Now, you don't need a shed load of money to build a workshop like this. In fact, I managed to do all this with just 5 main power tools. And if I was going to do it all over again, then I'd use the exact same 5. Now, tool number 5 on my list is probably the most overlooked by beginners because it's seen as a bit of a pro tool. But in fact, it's probably better for beginners than some of the other choices you could make in that category. And it's more likely going to give you a more professional finish and less amateur. Now, tool number 1, which is absolutely essential, is the combi drill. Now, if you're going to build a workshop like this, you're going to need to drill a lot of holes, especially if you don't want that timber, that very expensive treated timber, splitting at the ends. You're mainly going to drill holes with this. You can drive screws with it. Tool number 2 is going to solve that problem. So this is just going to be dedicated to drilling holes, preparing that wood. So let's move on to tool number 2. Now, that tool is, obviously you probably guessed it, the impact driver. Again, another essential, massive time saver, this one. And you need it alongside your drill driver because swapping bits in and out just adds that extra little time, which you don't really want to be messing about with it, especially if you've got a big project like a big shed or a workshop. You don't want to be messing about swapping in between. So you get your, hold on a minute, drill driver number 1 and your impact driver number 2. Now, obviously there are vast differences between these, but we won't go through them today. You just got to know that this one's better at drilling holes and this one's better at driving screws. And together they save a massive amount of time when you are on a project like this. So these two, a definite must-have. Now, some people wouldn't regard this as a beginner tool, but I do. And the reason is because when I got this, I was a beginner and it has saved me so much time on this project, but not only this, other projects. Basically, it's the king of repeatable square cuts on timber, as far as I'm concerned anyway. I mean, if you've got a lot of timber to cut, this is the tool you need. It's quick. Once you've got your cutting station set up, and it can be a temporary cutting station, this goes through the timber like a knife through butter. It's going to help you massively. It can be very accurate. As long as your setup's right, you can get very accurate cuts with one of these. Every single frame in this workshop has been cut with this. You can do it with a circular saw, but once, like I said, once you've got this station set up, bang, 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 repeatable cuts every single time. The chop saw or the sliding miter saw, that's the one. And that brings us nicely on to tool number 4, the jigsaw. At some point in this build, you're going to have to notch out or do a funny cut, do a funny shape, or use my favorite method is measure once and cut twice. This jigsaw is going to get you out of trouble and a bind on countless occasions. You need these. Sometimes you need them to finish off cuts. Sometimes you just, you need to do little square notch outs or circular notch outs, cut tight holes. This is going to get you out of a lot of trouble. I wouldn't necessarily use it for straight cuts or anything like that, but when you're building a workshop, there's stuff you're going to need to cut around, and this is the ideal tool for that. Other tools just don't have the capability that this does. So there you go, the jigsaw, absolutely essential beginner tool. So tool number 5, this is the one that's going to be controversial, and I know and I hope I get a lot of comments about it, but I think tool number 5 should be considered a beginner's tool. The track saw. It's a perfect beginner tool. Why is it the perfect beginner tool? Well, once you put the saw on the track, the rest is done for you. It's so easy to use. You put the track up to the line, you cut away, and job's a good 'un. It can replace a table saw, which is definitely not a beginner tool. It will give you a very professional finish on those cut lines as well. Now, some people could argue that this is a beginner tool, more of a beginner tool, because you can do the same thing. You can get a scrap bit of wood, cut a straight line or a straight edge. Let's be honest, this is much easier to use if you're going to rip down sheet materials or long pieces of wood. This is far easier to use than a circular saw. Again, it all depends on the finish that you want. That will rip longboards and sheep goods, but it's not going to give you as good a finish. And why? Well, simply because this runs on a track. You put it on the track, you put the guide up to the line that you want to cut, and off you go. It's as easy as that. Now you tell me that's not a beginner tool. Actually, write down in the comments if you think I'm wrong, because this is just my opinion. But I do believe this is the one, the track saw, or the rail saw, over the circular saw. This is going to give you the most professional finish. It's not to say that the circular saw is redundant. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that at all. This has its place. Of course it does. But from my experience building this workshop, I used this tool the most out of all of them, because I had a lot of cladding to cut and a lot of sheet material to cut. This came in so handy for that. It just made the job a lot quicker than having to set this up to cut straight lines. What brand should you go for? Well, really that's your choice. You'll just have to do your own research and see what brand suits you the most, whichever has the tools that you need. I started out with Hikoki or Hitachi, and I've stuck with them. I mean, they have served me for well over 10 years and they're still going strong. The only time I've strayed really is when I've bought corded power tools like the Evolution or the Makita track saw. Because they're corded, they obviously don't need to fit the batteries of my portable tools. So you can pretty much, yeah, choose the machine that suits you best. Now, links for these tools are in the description. You can check them out. They are affiliate links, but they do go towards helping me, helping the channel, and allowing me to create more videos. Again, do your research, make sure they're the right tools for you. All I can say is that they've served me well for well over 10 years, or a very long time, and they're still going. Now, if you want to see how I put all these tools to the test, my workshop build series should be coming up around about now, but there'll also be a link in the description. And I pretty much go through and show you how I built this workshop slash YouTube studio, all with these tools, and you'll see it all there. So check it out, and there's plenty of other videos in there to watch too.